Welcome back to Suns Latest. Thank you to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. Once again, huge shout out to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. And hello, Suns fans. Welcome back to Suns Latest on FanArch. I am Rich Rubin. As of this recording, over 1,400 Sunscribers. You know the drill. You Sunscribe. You're not on the bench anymore. You're no longer a sub. You are part of the Suns Latest family, and I thank you for that. Here's the quote of the day, and we'll get to it. Violence is never the answer, but sometimes it is. Take a wild guess who said that. Probably somebody who's somewhat violent. Yes, former Sun, former Laker, former Clipper. Who didn't Matt Barnes play for? But you know what? Matt Barnes had a nice, long NBA career and is still very much respected. Yes, he had a short fuse, and you loved him on the Suns, and he could knock down a three, and he lasted a lot longer than people thought he would. What was he, like 6'7", kind of slight of build? Absolutely no back down, articulate, smarter than you thought, and he could actually play ball. Matt Barnes. Yeah, and a walking contradiction all the same. So as of this recording, your Phoenix Suns are 6th in the West. What are we, 24-15? By the way, that's a half game behind the Lakers for first in the West. First in the Pacific. And side note, we're half a game ahead of the Houston Rockets, who are flailing right now. Hey, everybody flails. Hey, we started 1-4. Don't get too cocky. All I'm saying is the Rockets, who according to everyone, after the KD trade and before Fred VanVleet went down, they were the main threat to the Thunder coming out of the West. When we would be lucky to even win 25 games on the season, let alone be there before the All-Star break. Just gonna let that be itself, aren't I? All right, so Suns at Heat tonight. Bouyer's still out with concussion protocol. Estimated return is Wednesday. Okay, so there's something. There hadn't been any estimated return, and it's making me nuts. I think he might have really gotten rocked, but nobody's saying anything specific. So that's the latest I got on Jamaree Bouyea, who we love and we need. He is a big, big benefit off the bench. Jalen Green estimated to return Saturday the 17th. I don't know if he's going to get into that Knick game, but it would be nice if he got a few minutes at the end at some point. And I don't think he should be back into the starting lineup as soon as he's cleared to play. I think we got to ease him back into what we're doing. Next up after that will be the Pistons. Thursday on the 15th. All right, so that is what's going on tonight in Miami. Here are your comments. Doug Drew, hey man, it has been a minute, has it not? All right, well, nice to hear from you either way. Doug Drew, Goody is always hustling. This team is a ton of fun to watch. Goody is always hustling. FG the man. Oh, rebel you are. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm getting 2021 vibes from this team. I hope we can keep this up in the second half of the season. Go Suns. As far as the 2021 vibe, as far as a group of guys playing as a team, yeah. And Devin Booker hitting that all-star level, all-pro level, all-NBA level, yeah, I'm right there with you. Movie clips done great. I think you are new. Hello and welcome to Suns Latest. Love the energy from this team. Oso becoming one of my favorites. Interesting. Oso can be very lovable. When he's on, he's a spectacular basketball player. When he's off or disappears, he's not. And when he misses clutch free throws, but then makes up for it, he can sort of make you nuts. He's still very young. But love to see Fleming get time out there as well. Rasheer Fleming is really showing pieces of a complete game and an incredible defensive awareness. And just knowing where he is. Power dunker, too. Needs more consistent court time. That is up to Coach Jordan. I have absolutely no suggestions on what you do with a guy like Rasheer Fleming, who can probably, untimely turnovers because he doesn't have a sense of the pro game 100% yet. But, man, talent is absolutely there. He's got to work on that shooting. I think he'll get there. AJ says the same thing about Rasheer Fleming. Sonny, I don't know the rest of your handle, but hello. I honestly don't know how the Lakers are still better than the Suns. They still haven't beaten the Suns. The one win was BS thanks to the refs. Agreed. And Grayson is a huge part of this team. They'd be dumb to trade this talented player. AJ, fakers aren't better. They have help from the refs. I love the sense of community we have going on here. Dornadane, hello. Great couple of games against the Knicks and the Wizards. Is it me or Colin Gillespie should be more confident scoring below the basket? In the last 5 or 6 games, I've seen him about to score all alone, and he prefers to pass the ball to someone outside, creating a couple of no-score plays and even turnovers. Would love to see Colin create some points as Euros or even dunks. So I've seen him do it too. He is still young. You got to forget, he's really young, and he's figuring this out. Coach Ott will let him know how to do it. Steve Nash, who is working with him one-on-one, will let him know it's okay to take the bucket. It's a confidence thing. It's a green light type of thing that the coaches need to instill in him. And once he starts doing that, because I have pointed out that his outside shooting has really gone down, especially just his regular field goals. You're right. He's just not making the bunnies. Once he starts knowing that even if there's an open man, don't go Ben Simmons, take the shot. And once he starts making some bunnies, his field goal, his outside shooting will come back. That's what he needs to have happen. Big Mick, 1029. You were right in saying Ryan Dunn needed to get better with threes, but the last few games is exactly why I was patient and waiting for it to come to him. I had full confidence in his ability to get hot from three. He's even making contested shots. He is getting better. He is getting better, and he's slowing down, and you are 100% right. You can see Ryan Dunn is letting the game come to him. And unless you are, top 3 NBA draft pick and you come to the game with that innate sensibility, even a second-year guy like Ryan Dunn, defense was his forte. He has to learn how to be an offensive player, and he's learning it, and you can see him slowing down. And what do we know? When we start mastering something, everything slows down. The great players, there's 9 guys on the floor, and then there's one guy playing at his pace. Slow or fast, whatever his pace is, it's slow in his mind. It's slow in his sense of vision of the court, and Ryan Dunn is getting there. Pretty cool. Nico and Cisco, hello, sir. Man, my 46 win prediction at the beginning of the season looks like money. Go, Suns, go. All right, myself included, we're all talking about what we said and what we thought at the beginning of the season. And it's kind of cool, but make sure you reference it, too. I want to see those posts. I'm going to do it, too, or not. Anonymous Rex, hey, welcome back. Grayson Allen must stay. He is so smart and gritty, not to mention one of the best three-point shooters in the league. He does so much for us and has a very friendly contract. Keep this man. I don't think we're getting rid of Grayson and I don't think we're getting Royce. I think we will. I know we were going to get rid of Nick, and we're going to see what else we can get for Nick and whatever. But I don't think I don't think Coach Ott is going to let the front office mess with the Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen situation. I think it really is effective for us, and it screws up other teams because we're not a traditional team. Mike the Thumb. Hello, Mr. the Thumb. Not sure how much a power forward improves the team. Agreed we need more rebounding to improve, and trading Grayson right now while he's playing so well will get us the best return, but we would need to fill the void left by Grayson shooting. Maybe Jalen Green returning can do that personally before pulling the trigger. I'd like to see how he fits in the team. Separate question. Which power forward is on the market that will improve the team? I respond by saying I want a banger, and I still want somebody that can move another frontman guy just to keep another front line honest. We have trouble with Cleveland. We have trouble with Houston. We even have trouble with a guy like DeAndre Ayton, who's getting benched, and all the stuff we talked about is coming true. But we can't move a guy like that. We have to make him move. And sometimes that's hard to do for an entire game, to be mobile. Sometimes you just want to move somebody out of your way, and we don't have a guy like that. As I keep harping on what feels like a legit need, if we're going to do anything in the playoffs, the more I keep thinking, if Royce keeps doing what he's doing, and Dunn, Oso, and Rasheed Fleming keep improving, and we get Jalen Green back, and he joins in the fun, we might be in a really good spot come late April. Also, Isaiah Livers, not a legit power, not really a legit small. He's just like, that in-between 3 and D guy, but he gets a lot of rebounds in a short amount of time. The other question you had was, who's available? I don't know if he's 100% available, but Bobby Portis is probably the perfect fit for us. He's like a Dylan Brooks. He really is. He's a better rebounder, and he would fit right in. Bobby Portis is a guy, like, if the Suns got him right now and he cleared his physical and they put him in the starting lineup, he'd be fine. Regardless of position, Bobby Portis is a guy you want on your team. I've also mentioned John Collins. Now, to be fair, I don't know if John Collins is the right fit. I just like him as a player. But as I mentioned on yesterday's Suns Latest, John Collins is doing well with the Clippers. I think they've won 7 out of 10. They're kind of coming out of their basement thing. And Kawhi Leonard is doing really well. When Kawhi Leonard's healthy, he's a top 10. Right now, he's playing top 5. So I don't know if we need him. I don't know if he's available. I do know that the Bucks will dump anybody but Giannis if they can right now, because they have to do something. It's not working in Milwaukee. They're terrible. The Looney Bin channel. I think you are very new to Suns Latest. Hello and welcome. I made a comment early in the year on this channel that the Suns could shock the world this year, and the response was Suns will be an interesting team, but no way will shock the NBA. Well, they're quite shocking. Yes, they are. Mr. DeCasso, I don't see anything wrong with Booker's stroke. Just seems he's shooting too strong, hitting the back iron. I mentioned, and I asked you guys, and I appreciate you responding because I couldn't see it. There's something going on with Devin Booker and shooting threes. 2 games ago, he was like 4 for 6. But then he fell off again, and he's kind of been in that 1 for 5, 2 for 7 range, where he's not even really close to 40%. I'm sorry, he's not even close to like 35% on his threes. He's been hovering just under 33, and for Booker, that's really not good. I mean, he's a good three-point shooter. I don't know what's happening. And I asked you what you thought about it. Dominic Henderson. I don't think you've commented before, but hello and welcome. And you're gonna Dominic is commenting on Booker's form. Booker's form and everything looks perfect from three, but I think I know where he's going wrong. He elevates so high for his mid. He also carries that to his three-point shot. Interesting. So when he elevates so high, there's less of an arc, making the shot come out flat. I say this because he tends to hit the back of the rim, same thing as Mr. DeCasso said, and the ball going to go straight at it rather than up and in. I think once he starts accounting for elevation on his threes, he'll start knocking down way more at a higher percentage. People forget he won a three-point contest. I didn't forget. He beat out Klay Thompson for that thing. Excellent observation. I wonder if anyone else has mentioned that to him. Maybe you could yell it to him the next time you're at a game. Look, you're not shooting a midi when you're at the three-point line. Something. You never know what's going to get across. He's such a pure shooter. You think so obviously if we're seeing this, I'm sorry, not we, you guys, I didn't even catch it. If you guys are seeing this, then the coaching staff or somebody is mentioning it to him, right? Right? Please? Movie clip's done great. You're not the movie clip. You're a different one. There was a movie somebody earlier. What is your name? Hang on, now I need to know what it was. The Looney Bin channel. Movie clip's done great. Fine. Hello, welcome. How do you think the team's dynamic will be when Jalen Green comes back? Who is he starting over, or is he coming off the bench? Look, Jalen Green was a centerpiece, even though it became Dillon Brooks, was the centerpiece of the Kevin Durant trade, but he's not been available. And availability is part of your value as a player. So right now, as much as we know what his potential is, he's not a valuable Suns player. So Coach Ott has a system. The beauty of Coach Jordan Ott is no one is going to mess with his system. So Jalen Green, back and healthy, will be brought along slowly. I think eventually he should and will be a starter. At the same time, Gillespie and/or Grayson Allen next to Book might be the better fit. Jalen Green could be a phenomenal sixth man. And he's been out for half the season. So I don't think he's going to be making any demands the second he gets back. We'll ease him in. Here's what I think will happen. We will ease him in as soon as we can, but remember, it's a hamstring issue. If we have learned anything about hamstring issues, is that when you bring a guy back too soon, Devin Booker, anyone, the hammy goes out again. So Jalen Green came back for one game, was brilliant, comes back for a second game, hammy goes out again. They will take their time with him this time, or they'll blow it and he'll be out again and we won't even have this guy. But I do think he'll fit in fine because he's now in a system that if you're not within that system, you're not going to get off the bench. Simple as that. Doesn't matter if you're Jalen Green. Simple as that. He has to come back slowly or that hammy will never get better. Monkey Touch. Hello, man. Probably starts once he is fully healthy. You want him to get early touches. Yes, he's going to need minutes, but they don't have to come as a starter. BYB Boxing. Has anyone else seen that the Suns have the second most wins against Western Conference teams next to OKC? I did, after you just pointed this out. The Suns, I don't care about record. I don't care about standings. We're doing fine in the West. Thank you very much. This is really exciting stuff, you guys. This is really good stuff. So, yeah, be happy about everything that's happening. All right, fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Playing on Underdog is so easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get your picks right. You can win up to 5,000 times your cash. This week on Underdog, I'm looking at and selecting the Hornets' incredibly talented LaMelo Ball for higher than 25 points, and the Clippers up and coming. I say that because he's been injured forever, but now he's playing consistently. The Clippers, Kawhi Leonard for lower than 28 points. Download the app today. Use promo code BASKETBALLFAN to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code BASKETBALLFAN. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. All right, so your NBA news is this, and it's all about the Suns because why shouldn't it be? This is Suns' latest. And there's, other than bitching about referees, there's nothing really to talk about in the NBA. It's all conjecture. So ESPN, after having the Suns at 2,500, then 1,500 to 1 to win the title this year, have sort of come to their senses and put down the glue and now have us at 500 to 1, which I can live with right now because it's the half season. But I guess it's reasonable. It's reasonable. What's not reasonable is the Warriors, the Magic, Sixers, the Heat, Hawks, Clippers, Raptors, and Bucks have better odds than the Suns right now of winning the NBA title. We have a better record than each team I just mentioned. The Bucks are 17 and 22. The Hawks are 20 and 21. They're not even playing 500 ball, and they're both in the East. The Suns would be 4 in the East, pushing for the 3rd spot. ESPN gives them better odds in the purple game. The Clippers are 15 and 23 and have 120 to 1 odds, and we are at 500 to 1. Did I mention that we have basically an opposite record +1 over the Clippers, but they have 120 to 1 odds, and we have 500 to 1 odds. Proof that ESPN is not paying attention. Also, instead of praising the job that Coach Ott is doing, everybody is mostly praising Jordan Ott, except ESPN and a few other morons, except praising Coach Ott. The Suns are easily the surprise team of the year. ESPN is running an article on blockbuster trades and how the trade to get Kevin Durant to Phoenix, expensive as it was a major failure. Agreed, but that was 2 years ago. KD is on the Rockets throwing water bottles on the bench. KD is on his 5th team, and they just lost to the Sacramento Kings. No mention of how trading KD away to Houston has been a huge success after ESPN made it clear that the Suns were getting hosed by getting the 10th pick, Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks for KD, and that the Rockets were now the only one that could possibly challenge the Thunder in the West. But today, right now, the Suns have a better record than the Houston Rockets and are 6th in the West. A half game ahead of Houston, who is now 7th. No mention of that at all. But let's go back to a trade from 2 years ago. But no mention about the current trade. Also, after the loss of the Suns, ESPN's headline article for the NBA, the main article now, just ahead of that one, 3 reasons the Knicks will and won't reach the NBA Finals. That's the main article. Go to ESPN, click NBA Home. That's the first thing. Giant photo of some Knicks players. That's what pops up. A team with no major injuries other than Josh Hart, playing 500 ball for the last 2.5 weeks, 5-5 in the last 10 games, who just lost to the inferior Suns, but that's the main article. And the Knicks are in the East. No respect. I'm not even tired of it. It's fueling us. It's making us hungry, isn't it? Very nice. All right. So, what year? Here's your trivia question. What year did the Suns start out the regular season with a 10-game losing streak and still make it to the playoffs by the end of the season? The 96-97 Suns started the season 0-13. KJ was injured, then a coaching change, and a bunch of trades. We played above 500 after the All-Star break and finished 40-42, good enough for 7th in the West. We were the first and only NBA team ever to lose over 10 games to start the season and still make the playoffs. We lost in the first round. It was the 96-97 Suns. I think BYB Boxing got that one right. All right, here is today's trivia question. Drafted in 2015 with the 13th pick, how many seasons with the Suns did Devin Booker have to endure losing, not even getting to 500 ball until he had a winning season? He was drafted in 2015. Devin Booker had how many losing seasons in a row before the Suns put together a monster year? How many losing seasons did Devin Booker have from rookie until he was on a team that won more than 41 games? That is it. I forgot how bad the Suns were for so long when Booker was there. And it's just a testament to Devin Booker. He's still with us. We got our man. All right, hey, Suns at Heat tonight. Appreciate you watching Suns Latest. Please subscribe, because if you don't, you're stuck on the bench. Go Suns.